Yeah.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to welcome everyone and call the meeting to order and to remind everybody this is a special meeting, so we can't take comments from the audience. And our first item is going to be the Pledge of Allegiance. If Sergeant Carroll would bring his cadet to the floor.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasure to be with you. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas coming up soon. This is Cadet Ethan Wiley. He is my assistant S4 in our battalion. It's the first time he's got to come see you. He is also a sophomore, so he's moving rather rapidly through the cadet ranks, but I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself.
Like you said, I'm Cadet Ethan Wiley. I plan to stay with the program all 4 years. Hopefully, by the end of my senior year, I'm hoping to become the battalion XO to ensure that the program is going to be the best it can be.
Any questions you have of Mr. Wiley?
I just, like I always say, he's a good looking soldier. I commend you for.
Just to give you a little update on our aerospace program, it's progressing rather nicely. We have several trainers that, thanks to last time, we have some RC trainers. We're actually starting to work with a little bit more with the drones right now. Already shared some of the rocketry equipment with Mr. Horn over at the middle school. He is moving forward. We are already taking turns experimenting, and I've already been over to the middle school and given a little demonstration on use of some of the tools and some of the equipment for the engineering side and the mechanical side. So hopefully everything is moving really, really well in that direction. I'm hoping we reach maximum capacity very soon in the overall program.
Good deal. So where do you do your drones, up on the, football field?
Well, right now I'm using small handheld drones that I purchased myself inside the classroom, so they get used to the controls rather than taking our big expensive one out and crashing it. As well as I bought an RC simulator trainer that they use on the big screen TV, where it actually has the remote control, and they go out there, and if they have accidents, they crash it out there instead of costing us a lot. And then once they show the proficiency on that, then we take them outside and see what to do. Now with the new regulation that's about to take effect, we will be filing our paperwork with the FAA. It costs us $5 to register our drones. And I'm going to be purchasing one myself, so it'll have an FAA number on there. And we will actually do overhead views of the school and some of the surrounding communities that we can actually share with you very soon, hopefully, and see how things go with that. Hopefully to move the students into designing and developing and building their own. That's the direction I want to go.
Thank you.
And y'all have a great day, and as I said, have a Merry Christmas.
Designing drones, are you talking about design and build?
Yes, sir. What I want to do.
Everything.
Everything.
The little gasoline engines?
No, electric, all electric.
Everything electric, okay. That's what I didn't know.
With NiCad and some of the lithium-ion batteries that are coming available, you can actually get more operating time and get more bang for your buck using electric motors and that rather than using gas. And it will save you money and time in the overall long run.
And how long do you fly one?
Most times you get about between 15 and 20 minutes on a charge.
That's it.
That's about it, yes.
About all you get on a gasoline.
Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you too. Appreciate all you do.
Step up here and silence.
Okay, your next item is the moment of silence. Thank you. Next item is our student spotlight.
Our cheerleaders, and we don't, we're
we don't have them here this evening, but
Yeah, they can't make it till January. They
January.
said they had other obligations.
Okay. Then our next item is the air faculty and staff spotlight. Anything on that? Okay, next item is, this is going good. Next item is discussion and possible action on November the 9th, 2015 board minutes. Does anybody have any comments on that?
Yes.
Okay.
I stand to be corrected, but on item 21 on new business, is everyone there? Second paragraph, where it says Mr. Goble asked to hire another maintenance employee. If my, and then it says the Martin County Board of Education asked for further information on the need of another maintenance position created. That's what it was. It was Mr. Goble asked to create another maintenance position, not to hire another maintenance employee. Is that correct? Is anyone?
It's the same.
No, it's not the same thing. I beg to differ that hiring another employee is one thing, but creating another position is quite another thing. And I thought it was that we voted no to create another position because of budgetary for budgetary reasons.
We did vote no.
Is that correct?
Yeah, but he wouldn't have to ask us permission to hire someone, he had to ask permission to create the position, but we
Correct.
did vote no.
Correct, okay. Now, shouldn't it be then that shouldn't there be if it goes with the other items, shouldn't it be stated that we voted, what the vote was, to not create another position?
Correct.
But to fill a position that was there, right, is what we're trying to do.
No. What the motion was at this meeting, I believe, and like I say, I stand to be corrected that we were voting on whether or not to create another maintenance position.
Yes, I made the motion.
Yeah,
and
actually, you
it-
made the
it
motion,
shot down. It
and
was
we-
shot, right,
we
we voted
didn't-
no.
Yeah, we
But
didn't approve.
didn't get a second.
Yeah, so it died.
Right. So shouldn't it say so in this item is what I'm asking. I'm not trying to be a stickler, but I think that's a point that we need to, we need to correct that in our minutes.
Yes. I'll do that. I'll amend those minutes.
Okay, that could be amended to, I would like to ask the chair if she feels that a motion to amend the minutes to reflect what actually happened.
Yes, we need
Yeah.
a motion to that effect, so,
I'll make that motion.
okay.
Thank
Have
you.
a motion to reflect the minutes, I need a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye. Okay.
And also on these minutes, sir, you're of the legal team that we have, correct?
correct.
As far as rescinding a vote, how does that work?
You want to change something you did previously?
Yes.
There has to be another motion for it.
I know, but I'm just asking how,
It would need to come up again at another meeting, and you'd have to clarify what exactly you're doing to,
Can you do it at a special meeting?
No,
if it's not on the agenda, you
oh,
can't.
this is a special meeting?
Yes, yes.
When is our regular meeting?
Our
Will be
regular meeting
Monday.
was Monday, so we had it.
reschedule, and it makes it a special.
And that makes it a special? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I first heard that, I didn't
understand.
Special, your
Okay.
special meeting means you stick to the agenda.
Yeah,
Okay,
If we'd held it Monday, we could have done
we could have
What
done.
was your regular meeting?
What was your board? Okay, it doesn't matter.
the second part of that item, the first paragraph, we voted to, 5-0 to extend the interim superintendent J.D. Goebel's contract for 3 months or until after basketball season, which amounts to that, I guess. Okay, what was our rationale about that?
To not be in a hurry, and it had nothing to do with basketball season. It had to be.
I'm not saying I'm just saying that 3 months would be,
Oh, I know, but you just said, or at the end of basketball season.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with that.
yeah.
It was so that the committee wouldn't be hurried or try to.
When is your last, you're on the committee, when is your last meeting going to be? Your next meeting going to be?
January something,
Yeah.
January 5th.
5th?
Yes.
Is that the last one?
No. So that, it's already working out to where, I mean, nothing's being hurried.
Thank you. That's all.
Because it was December, remember, and Christmas, and everyone
Right.
doing things, and people
Correct.
going out of town, and
Correct.
things like that, that's why we.
I voted for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
That's why,
Okay.
that's why we extended it.
Thank you. I just wanted some, I thought that maybe some rationale should have been put in. I don't know, and going back to minutes, I like to, if someone was reading this 10 years from now, which I doubt if they'd be really bored to have to get board meeting minutes to read, but if they were, I
You'd
would
be
just like
surprised.
for, I always like to have a rationale.
I think we said it that night, did we not include it in the minutes?
it. No, well, then,
No.
Because it was a bad time,
Right.
yeah, the contract expired.
things like that.
Can we put the rationale in there? Is that okay? to do
It's
that?
fine.
Well, the reason that I voted to extend it was the big reason for me. I didn't want to change horses, especially right when we've got this new school and these important things such as site and site prep. I thought JD knows where we're at on this, and that's the reason I wanted to do that.
Well, I knew that the contract expired at the end of December.
Right.
Right, and, I didn't wanna, I didn't know if we could extend it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or whatever.
Schmidt told us 3 months.
So,
Yeah.
I think the motion was made that we could extend the contract pending approval from our board attorney, because Mike Schmidt wasn't there. If it's, am I correct on that? Does anybody remember?
We did, and he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I thought I did.
And did
I wasn't at-
Right.
Did he get back
submitted
with-
approval.
Did he get back with,
Yes.
My understanding is Mike has gotten back to Joel and taken care of this issue.
Yes.
He did. He
And-
submitted approval, so that's.
Uh-huh.
I guess at this time, and you want to be careful you stick to the agenda here. You're kind of going off onto
I'm not.
a tangent. It's not necessarily
the
going off on.
the only thing I'm trying to clear up, sir, is the minutes.
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
still working on
And
it.
that's,
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the only
that's
reason
not
for
really a
that.
tangent.
The
Okay,
rationale.
Yes.
Oh, thank
that's fine.
Okay.
Well, I said what I wanted to say.
I make a motion to approve
Approve. And
with
with
the
the
correction.
correction, yes. I need a second.
I'll say,
Have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, our motion carries. Okay, next item is discussion and possible action on December the 2nd, 2015 board minutes. Does anyone have any questions on that one? If not, I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion, I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is discussion and possible action on treasurer orders in the amount of $469,499.87. Does anyone have any questions on this or any comments? If not, I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion, need a second.
I'll second it.
Have a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Our next item is discussion and possible action on paid warrants in the amount of $365,347.69. Anyone have any questions or comment on that one? Okay, if not, I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion, I need a second.
I'll second. Oh, third, okay. All right.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is discussion and possible action on the conferences, vehicle requests, and fundraisers.
And is it, okay, and
I think we've got like 8 requests on that.
and it is understood that we approve these before people actually.
Right, it is, and I think all these has a
All
date
right.
in the future.
This looks very good.
Yes.
The board is, or ever who is in charge of this, principals or administration, is to be commended for 100% of these are pretty much, well, just one, but it's very, very good, looks good.
Making sure they have it in the
Yeah,
scope of.
before they happen,
Yeah.
Need a
as
motion on
caused in the past. A question, these call to action, they are paid for by the board or by the PBOS grant? I mean, these conferences bear expenses, and which of these conferences are paid for by the board money, and which are paid for out of that PBOS grant or other grants?
I can tell you. You're talking about the conferences that's going?
Professional conferences.
Every one of these is paid by a grant, every single one of those.
And that grant would be the,
Let me see, call to action, do the math. All these are paid by, the math grant.
That's the math grant.
The math grant. If you take a math, you see that all of it deals with math, the math grant.
the math grant, which is it just called the math grant? I mean, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, I'm just.
Mathematics Achievement Fund is the official title for the grant.
So it's under PBOS?
No, it's administered by Kentucky Department of Education. It's so there's one at Warfield and one at.
And it don't cost us anything, correct?
Right, the trainings are coming out of the grant.
Well, grant money is actually our money.
Right.
So, anytime a grant is spent, our taxes go into that too. But I just wanted to know that, and thank you, Mr. Baker, for clearing that up for me.
Because all those there are, all those are out of the math, that I'm seeing here out of the math grant. The people that.
The two, well, now, for if it's Inez and Warfield, yes.
Right.
Because that were the two grants that we did receive. So.
Okay.
We visited vehicle requests. Are these community-based services? Is that a class? Is that a?
The community-based service,
Yeah.
as to my knowledge, yes.
Was it referred to as something else when I taught
Uh,
class?
It's community-based service. This is a position that an employee has, and she has a group of students that travel spontaneously to businesses to learn that business and how effective it is in the county.
Okay. Okay.
And that's why there's so many there. She's traveled there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have no other questions.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions on it? If not, I'm gonna need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion, I need a second.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item is discussion and approval to accept the leave of absence of John D. Goble as Assistant Principal at Sheldon Clark High School beginning February the 1st, 2016 through and including March the 31st, 2016.
And you all have a letter in front of you
Yeah.
stating that. That is policy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept.
Okay, I have a motion on the board, I need a second. I have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is discussion and review of investigation on quality metal proposal.
So, if you remember, we collected bids from contractors on Eden Elementary and the Eden Elementary School roof. And that was for an asphalt shingle roof. You were presented with a quote from someone that could put a metal roof on the building, and asked our office to go ahead and go back and investigate what the difference was between, say, like quality metal roof and a standard metal roof spec that we would, typically use. We did that. I handed those out to you a little earlier, and on that there's a little summary that kind of calls out the differences. I think the big things are kind of the installer warranty, which, if they provided that, it might just increase the cost for them a little bit. The fastening system, the way that these metal panels are being fastened to the roof, and the gauge of the metal. And so I think that there's a couple things that kind of need to happen here in reference to that bid. One is we're sort of seeking direction on what you all want to do. If you would like us to redesign that project, or redesign those drawings, or redraw that for a metal roof as opposed to asphalt shingles, we can do that. And what to do with the bids that you collected. You collected bids from contractors that, kind of work to put bids together for an asphalt shingle roof. And so you need to decide what to do with those. And you're totally in the right to go ahead and reject them all, and say, we're just going to reject all these bids and we're going to pursue a metal roof. You can do that, right? But keep in mind that these contractors have money tied up in this right now. They have to provide a 5% bid bond when they submit the bid, and so that money's, they still have monies tied up in their bid to you all. So keep that in mind, and I think there were like four or five contractors, right? So I've been getting calls from them asking for like status updates on, hey, what are we doing here? Where are we at? Are we moving forward? Are we not moving forward? So I've been telling them that, we're still talking about it, and now they are required to maintain their bid on the asphalt shingles for 60 days. So you're still okay. The date that would end would be January 4th, I believe. So that's how long that they're required to hold their bid for, all right? So there's still some time there, but I think if the board is really interested in pursuing a metal roof for this, and we go back and redesign it, that you would probably just reject the bids and let us return all those bid bonds, if that's the direction, So we can go ahead and let them move on to other things. Questions?
I think we have that in the farther on down the line in our agenda.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The redesign of the roof for a metal roof,
Yeah.
would cost the board, correct?
Yes, that's correct, yes. We would be charging additional services to go back and redesign, put together drawings. It's a whole, those are different details for a metal roof than an asphalt shingle roof. Now, we have the roof plan drawn. We have a lot of the stuff there. We have all the dimensions. We have a lot of the details drawn. It would be a matter of like switching the material out and just making sure that that roof system as applied to that roof is going to work. So we would want to go back and check and make sure that things are okay detail-wise from a metal roof perspective. So yes, we would be asking for additional services for it.
Do you have any estimate as to, in the ballpark? I know you can't, you don't have a, I can't keep you to this, but.
I don't. I mean, if I were to just kind of ballpark something, I would probably need to look at the BG one, which I might have here. I might be able to give you a ballpark if you give me just a minute here.
Sure.
Are there any other questions I can answer while we're kind of discussing this?
All right, since what's the difference, what is the difference? I would think there'd be major differences between a roof and asphalt and metal roof as far as design, as far as obviously the thickness of the metal, the fasteners and things like that, but as far as, all they're gonna be doing is putting metal over a roof that's already there, existing roof. And from what I understand, the folks from Quality Metal did come down and they looked at it, walked it out, and from my conversations with Mike Cassidy, as Mike had related, and your all concerns, the things that you all wanted as far as the fasteners, the thickness of the steel and everything like that. They had no problem with it. Probably be a little bit more, but that was basically it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So the projection is, rather than going with metal rather than asphalt, is about $50,000, 50 to 60 cheaper, is that what we're saying?
That's what Quality Metal is saying, yes.
Okay, plus, basically, we got the same, warranty. We're saying asphalt, what's the warranty on the asphalt shingles?
Yeah, as far as the 20-year no dollar limit warranty, yes. And Quality Metal, I think, has had conversations with Mr. Cassidy, and he's sort of told him that they could do that, so.
Question, if this board decided to reject those bids and go with a metal roof, it would still have to be bid.
Correct.
And
Yes.
so this really bothers me that we're talking
Yes,
of this particular company. Does it bother anyone else?
me.
And thank you. And because
Giving
it's
out
as
their bid.
if we reject those, we've got somebody to put, I mean, it has to be rebid.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
correct, yes.
Okay, I wanted to get that.
Rebid.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
And that's why we would have to redraw it, so that we could get a set of documents and specs together that
Right.
contractors can bid on. Yes.
Well, there's another outfit, I think it's Superior Metal. I told them to call you the other day, I told them to call Mike or something, because they
Familiar
heard
with
that
them?
we wanted to put a metal roof on. And I said, well, you need to go to our, I told them that we hadn't made a decision.
Right.
If they wanted to submit a bid, they could, and we would have to bid it out again.
Yes, that's correct.
And so that's,
I'm just worried. I'm not
well, I make a motion that we reject.
No, wait a minute, wait just a minute.
We're still
This
just like
item
discussing.
was on the discussion.
We're just talking about it.
We're just
yeah.
discussing it now.
So, not
Our
motion.
next item would be discussion and possible action on and instructing the architect on the direction to go for the project. So this is the one that we decide whether we want to go forward or what we want to do.
Well, if I'm getting a price possible, again, when you're looking at bids, if I'm getting $60,000 less in the same warranty, I'd like to look at considering the metal roof. That's just how, if I can say that much money, what's your opinion?
So you want to make a motion
My
to that
opinion,
effect?
your opinion. I've heard rolling.
You lose your bids that you have now, you run the risk of, when you rebid, not getting the price you want. But I would prefer no roof over shingle.
So if you're sitting in my place, what would you do?
I like metal roof over shingle.
Boston hat on.
Flip a coin.
Ask someone else.
That's an easy way out.
Okay, do you want to make a motion then that we
We have to,
Yeah.
we have to if we want to go with the metal
Okay.
roof, so I'll make a
Yes.
motion.
So he's
Okay.
saying metal, you would go metal,
So
okay?
she's making a motion to check on the metal
We
roof.
need to make a motion to reject.
Right,
Well,
that's,
that's
the
to
next
come, okay?
Next
That's to come. Okay, so she's making the motion, I need a second.
Okay, what's her
A
motion?
second, okay, is,
What is the motion again?
May I just, yeah, I was gonna ask for just a clarification on
Okay.
what type of metal roof. Am I doing our standard metal roof spec with the 22 gauge metal and concealed fasteners? Or am I doing the metal roof spec that, say, Quality Metal did as their submitted proposal to you?
Well, let me
I
ask
think
you
we
this,
go-
do both of them meet KDA guidelines?
yes.
KDE doesn't really weigh into this. They don't really have any requirements that speak to metal roofing. For me, it's more of a housing, building, and construction item, and a wind uplift item. So what I'm gonna do is I need to make sure that you know, that metal's gonna meet wind uplift rating and stuff, so.
Okay, you can do that,
Take care of it.
yeah.
so what's the motion? I don't know what number. Roger can do it. What number is it? You know more about the roofing because you went with them to look at in Dauphin County, so.
I'll make the motion, you know, that we go, we look at the metal. The metal.
Yeah. Okay, to take a look at the metal one.
But we don't have to tell you a number today? I thought that's what you was asking me. Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering what roof
Gauge.
system you want me to specify.
And things?
I need to know whether I'm doing like a 22 gauge roof. You want us to do our standard roof spec that we
Yes.
do on every school that we work on?
Or
You know, I think you need to,
Yes.
I think you need to sit and I'm sure you probably discussed with Mike Cassidy that what, you know, what he's looked at, and, I don't know if you wanna go to 22, 26, 29, you know,
Maybe a hybrid or something that, you know.
You'd do 29 more for a home or a small building, wouldn't you, rather than a school?
Yeah, I mean, 29 gauge is pretty light, and they're doing a 3-foot panel, and I don't really like the external fasteners myself, and that's just my opinion. But, you know,
which the internal fasteners, which they was stated that would not have that much effect on the cost. Is that correct?
conceal fasteners.
So, 26 gauge is what they use on commercial buildings.
So-
we're talking.
22, I think like
Well,
McGoffin
you
County.
know, I've read different, which I understand 22, which is what they used, I guess, at McGoffin County High School, which does not already have a shingle roof on it. So, then I read in other articles would state that, which, you know, did a little research on it, commercials such as police stations, firehouses, whatever, probably use in the neighborhood of 26. So again, you're the expert,
You
though.
want me to do 26, or?
Well, I just think you need to sit down with Mike and check with, yeah.
How about, it sounds like, I think, if I might just maybe propose something, it sounds like we might be talking about maybe a hybrid. If we can cut down on the gauge a little bit, we're not gonna do our standard 22 gauge, but if we can maybe cut down on the gauge and get to maybe a 26 or a 24, and maybe not go all the way down to 29, but at least get something with a little more thickness to it, that kind of, and do the concealed fasteners, since it's not that much more money, and
Well, is a hybrid gonna cost more?
Can you put it out there as two of them, sir?
good,
And to ask
Yeah.
for,
Yeah.
ask
we could
for
do that.
2 particular bids?
We could. We could ask, what we could do is we could ask for a, like as a base bid, we could do our standard spec. And then we could ask for an alternate to do like a hybrid system, maybe not go down to the 29, but just cut down on the gauge of the metal a little bit. And we could even do another alternate that would be matching like Quality Metal's proposal. You know, you could have 2 alternates there for each one of those different roof systems, you know, and you can kind of pick and choose. But I think what you're gonna find in the results of that bid is that the 29 gauge system is gonna be the least expensive, a hybrid is gonna be a middle range expense, and then our standard roof spec is probably gonna be the more expensive, just because it's a thicker gauge, right?
Well, I think, you know, Mr. Canty
So we're
did
looking at tensile strength, which a lot of them say that the most important part, may not necessarily be gauge, but how it's installed.
The gauge can add to durability if you have hail or windstorm or something. That's, and you prevent what we call oil can effect, where you don't, because the metal's going to heat, expand when it's fastened down. The lighter the gauge, the more movement you're going to see.
So I definitely think we should not go with the 29.
I mean,
Yeah, I
you can
agree
bid
with Grohl, and I think you can get the alternate bids.
it, right, you can bid it and see your numbers,
And
and
then just check it out.
that never hurts.
Mike did say that he did talk to Paul of the metal after speaking to y'all about the thickness, the gauge.
And
And
they can
it
do
would be
that.
it would be more,
Sure.
but it would,
More expensive steel.
Okay, so you will make the
Make a motion if we,
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
okay, have a motion to go ahead, have a second. All in favor,
What is
say
the motion now?
to have him go ahead and,
I would probably maybe have a motion to instruct the architect to proceed forward with designing a metal roof as a base bid with their standard roof spec, and am I talking too fast, Carolyn?
No.
And
I'd already, I'm getting the motion.
And with two alternates, okay, an alternate for each roof type, and just knowing that you all understand that we're talking about additional services for us to have to go back and redesign that. I just want to make sure you all understand that too.
So what was, as Mickey asked, what was that ballpark figure again?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably talking about something in between $5,000 and $7,000
For what?
That's
to
fine.
redesign the
Yeah, well,
ground.
I didn't know, but I thought it was worth asking.
yeah.
Well, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're saying 5.
So we'll say 7.
Well, here's the thing,
We say 5, that's right, Rod.
we could,
It's our pocket.
Sounds 5 to
We-
me.
Well, how about 5,000 to 10,000?
we could do this.
no, we
Now,
don't
I'm
want to
not,
go up, we want to go down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just throwing a
I
ballpark.
mean, you're saying
figure
you got
out.
most of the information you need.
Yeah, and it's just really going back. Now, the alternates, adding the alternates on take a little more time, but it's not, I mean, it's not too bad. I don't think
We can try to make
the
a
big thing is
description.
switching to a metal roof, because it's just different details.
You know, kind of like,
You have to take into account the expansion and contraction of the panel and stuff like that, so.
it kind of amazed me that the metal roof is cheaper than the asphalt.
Well, it was interesting when I spoke to them, I mean, this is what he does. I mean, he said that he actually kind of creates these metal roof specs to be competitive with shingles. So,
We're gonna have both. Well, maybe.
I wish I'd
Well,
known
I
that
would
was on
still-
Warfield.
I'm probably still gonna have the existing asphalt shingles taken off. I mean, if you don't wanna do that, demolition's not that expensive for them to like scrape those shingles off and throw them into a dumpster and haul them off. And then you have bare wood, and they can fasten the concealed fasteners in, they don't have to worry about going through the shingles and it being that rough bumpy surface and stuff like that. And then
Especially
the panels expanding and contracting and rubbing over the shingles
Over the
for,
shingles, yeah.
you know, over 20 years. But,
Unless we want to put down ice and water shield.
yeah, ice and water, we'll put down ice and water shield under it.
What do we do under item 7? I'm sorry, item 12.
What was item 12?
That was the discussion.
Discussion,
That was
review,
just a discussion.
investigation on quality metal proposal.
Proposal, that was what? That was,
I feel very funny about having a company here, any company, and we use it. It's on an agenda item, as if we are accepting or using their proposal as a overriding factor on whether we get metal or asphalt. Does anybody else have a problem with it? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm paranoid.
well, here's what, I didn't, the last time, when we discussed Warfield, and we discussed the whole thing with the roof, putting on there, we were told it'd be 2 to 2.5 times more the cost. Now, Mike came in with the thing of, we would have probably at the last meeting gone with the shingle roof had Mike not checked on his own. And we did actually find out that we could get a roof for roughly the same price. And, you know, they just happened to go down there and look at all that. I mean, it's not just this company, it's just finding out that we could get a roof at that price.
I mean,
Yeah, we would
so
submit
you're
bids.
saying it's okay to have a company on our agenda item as,
Oh, no,
as
no,
a
no,
proposal? That's
no.
my question about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, it's, you know,
Yeah, and I think what it is that if you remember that the board meeting, you know, we were reviewing the bids for the asphalt
Yeah.
shingle roof, and it was this proposal that came up that sort of halted everything, and it was asked to investigate
yeah.
the difference between like that metal roof and what our standard metal roof spec was.
Okay.
You know, I mean, and so that's what kind of drove the conversation, you know, and so,
Okay.
and while it may have been a spur for the conversation has developed into, hey, what's better for the school, an asphalt shingle roof or a metal
You
roof?
know, can we ask the board attorney, or are we?
No, no. Go ahead, sir.
Are we?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
No, I,
Oh, you're not obligated to accept anything under this agenda item. It's there, you know, you may not like it, but it's there. And you're not accepting anything tonight, so, and you're still gonna open it up and take bids.
Yes.
So
But,
you're not married to this.
okay, but we are talking about, as he pointed out, we are
I think
talking
Mr.
about one
McCoy
company.
is just wondering, like, having the quality metal roof company listed on there as an agenda item, if that's kind of.
That's fine. I mean, you don't have to talk about it anymore if you don't want to.
I agree.
Yes.
Well, the only
I'm
thing,
just, I guess I'm just thinking of ethically, but I just think it's a little bit unethical, but, you know, that's just me, I got a
It's just,
problem.
I mean, it's just talk, I mean, we're just
Yeah,
like discussing
okay.
it.
I'm just looking at a metal roof over a shingle roof.
Yeah, it's not like you're taking any action on
Sure.
hiring them or anything like that.
Quality metal would still have to.
We're not giving them the
Win.
contract, I mean, we're
Yeah,
just
Be
discussing,
accepted.
just somewhere to start from.
Now can we make the motion?
Okay,
to
we had a motion, we had a second.
Who made the second, guy?
Me, Lois. So all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Now, our next item is discussion and possible action on what to do with existing asphalt shingle bids.
So as I was mentioning before, you know, you're holding these bids on, you know, 5 different contractors for the asphalt shingle bid. They have, you know, money tied up in their bid bond, and if this is the direction that the board has given me to move forward with pursuing a design of the metal roof, it's gonna take me beyond that deadline of January 4th where they have to hold their bids. So it seems like it would make sense to go ahead and reject all the bids and let them move on to other things, you know? If you're seriously not interested in accepting any one of those bids on that asphalt shingle, you know? So, and just kind of letting them, release them, right?
I'll make that motion, that we reject all the bids.
Okay, I have a motion,
What if,
okay.
there's still, let me, discussion after a second. Has it been seconded?
No, it hasn't.
Well, I'll second it just for the sake of, to ask for discussion, to discuss it, which means that I don't have to vote for it if I, but what I'm asking is, what if the bids come in and you're not satisfied with those on the metal roof?
We don't have to accept.
We don't have to accept.
Then you have to rebid if you let these bids go
Yeah,
for a shingle.
you would have to rebid for a shingle roof if you.
But you can hold these until January
Fourth,
4th.
for 60 days.
It would seem that if there's just a slight possibility that we don't like the bids when they come in,
But they won't be in until.
but they won't be in,
January 4th.
exactly, I'm sorry, I stand corrected.
Yeah, we probably,
Right, Lois?
it's gonna take us, I mean, we're gonna need.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a little time to put the drawings together and put a schedule together. I mean, it takes a month to bid just alone. So by the time we have the drawings pulled together, if you give us like a month, month and a half, to go ahead and draw stuff up, we'll come back to you for construction document approval. We'll notify KDE, let them know what we're doing. We'll have to resubmit the drawings to them for approval. I mean, we have to go through all these steps again to rebid this. And then we'll have, we'll have it out to bid for 3 weeks. And so we'll just have to go through this whole process again. And then if the prices come in, and if the numbers, the numbers that Quality Metal are offering up and they can, and they're gonna honor those and they're gonna submit a bid on that, then it's gonna be less than the asphalt shingle, right? So, that's kind of what we're banking on here, so.
Or somebody else.
Or someone else.
Right, or someone else, yeah.
Well, like Superior
Right.
called me,
Superior.
Yeah, go ahead and,
Everybody's gonna have,
Or Acme.
everybody's
I saw that on the
gonna have a
road
shot
runner one
at
time.
this. It's gonna be a public bid, it's gonna be advertised in your local
Yeah.
paper. We are gonna distribute it, we're gonna give it to Lynn Imaging for distribution.
For the state planner.
It'll go to, state plan room, it'll be in plan rooms from, West Virginia to central
Yeah.
Kentucky to northern Kentucky to southern Kentucky. And everybody, it'll be publicly bid, everybody will have a shot at this.
I don't know why that guy called me the other day. Does anybody know anybody from Superior Roof?
I know Superior Metal, now they are a canopy company.
Okay, well, this person called me and I said, talk to Mike Cassidy. I don't have any idea.
Oh, you've got
We
Taylor now.
usually specify them as a, kind of a pre-manufactured aluminum canopy product that we put on schools a lot for bus drop-offs and stuff like that.
Oh, I would say the reason they called you was because they know we were trying to get the price for a canopy also, for
Oh,
Eden, remember? Yeah, I'd say that's why.
Maybe. Yeah, they could have been seeing if you guys were, gonna rebid this because of the canopy, and I guess we're still keeping the alternate.
They may have liked the editorial that week.
what I have,
Read your paper.
I didn't have anything but a roof. No, I couldn't
I
figure out
wouldn't know
why this guy called me and asked where they're located.
Board member,
And he
either,
said
that's me.